Okay, so this is not just a candy cane border, but it's a candy cane pom pom border. So it's got, you got the two colors that you flip back and forth, but you're also making pom poms on every other one. So join color A with standing single crochet to the first stitch. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to continue what I already have. So chain six. One, two, three, four, five, six. Wait till y'all see how long this takes. I'm laughing at myself. Double crochet five together in the third stitch from the hook. One, two, three. So here we go. Double crochet five together. So a together stitch. You start the double crochet, but you don't finish it. You leave the last um, step of the double crochet undone. So you do that five times. That's one, two, three, I don't like what just happened right there. I made a split. That's four. I have one more. Five. Woo, that's a lot. And then you crochet it together. And then I kind of like fold it in half and form it into the pom pom. And then it says, let me see, slip stitch into the same chain. So then you make a slip stitch there. And voila, pom pom. Your patterns say the same for the skirt. I don't understand what you're asking, Kathy. The superstar is different. I'm sorry. Does it say on the pattern that it's the same? It says you can make an opening. You can use the tree skirt or the blanket pattern and just make an opening with the hole and not make it, not work it back and forth. You're comparing, I'm not sure what you're asking me. Um, they might be the same for the first two or three rows. The very first rows might be the same, but it's not the same through the first seven or eight rows. But I don't really know offhand how many of the rows are the same. Maybe three. It might start off the same, but the setup rows are not the same. Hi, Catriel. Catriel. Uh, there are people on YouTube also. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to go back and start this over. chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the third, 1, 2, 3 from the hook, double crochet 5 together. 1. So you start a double crochet and you leave it incomplete, and you do that 5 times. 3, 4, 5. It's a real pain in the butt because it's so much stitches and so much yarn. Okay, and then you pull it together and you just kind of shape it into a ball, and then you slip stitch into the same chain. Oh man, I made a split again. And you have a pom-pom. Hello. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1. Single crochet into the next stitch. Drop color A from your hook. Oh man, that split that I made is making me mad. Okay, so you got your first pommy pom-pom. Pommy pom-pom. Let me see. Is that better? I don't think that's better. I think maybe this one. No. How about this one? Maybe slightly better. Okay. With color B, join with a standing single crochet to the skipped single crochet, skipped stitch on the first repeat. Okay, so standing single crochet, you put the slip knot on your hook, and you're going to single crochet in that one that you skipped. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Working behind color A, so you have to pull the white to the front, and then you single crochet. And then you pick up color A, and you chain 3, and then you work behind, so you pull it to the front and you work behind. I don't know why I did the other one. I worked in the front, and then this one I'm working it behind. I don't know what I was thinking. So you do like one iteration of the candy cane flip, okay? And now I'm going to pick up color B, which is my green, and I'm going to do the pom-pom. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in the third, chain from the hook, double crochet 5 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull through, and then slip stitch into the same chain. You got yourself a little pom-pom. That one looks better than the other one I did. Okay. Chain 3, working behind color A. So you bring color A to the front. Single oops, I have to chain again. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3, working behind color A, single crochet into the next, and then drop the color. And again, keep your yarn from twisting, otherwise you're going to have a big twisted mess. So you see how this one, it takes just as long, if not longer, than the candy cane because you're doing the pom-poms on every other one. So chain 3, and then I'm going behind it. So pull the green to the front and single crochet, drop it, pick up the other color, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go behind it. So bring the white to the front, single crochet, I feel like I maybe zoomed in a little too much over here on TikTok. Okay, now I'm going to pick up the white and I'm going to do the chain 6 with the white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double crochet 5 together in the third chain from the hook. 2, 3, 4, 5. Double crochet them together. Slip stitch into the same chain. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then bring the green to the front. Single crochet in the next. How are we doing? You have a blanket that you started with half double crochet, but I want to try a different stitch. Well, I would do the 6-day kid blanket or the 6-day star blanket. I mean, you can switch to a different stitch, but if the gauge is not the same, your blanket might get narrower or bigger. Half double crochet for an entire blanket, oh my goodness. I would get bored. Now that you know how to half double crochet, you could pull it out and do something else. Okay, I'll do a few more. I'll go up over this hill and down into the valley, but it's the same as the peppermint twist border, the candy cane border. The only difference is you're adding that pom-pom. Well, there are several differences, so I won't say the only difference. And if you want a pom-pom to be right on the top, just manipulate your skips. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Third stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, pull through, slip stitch into the same stitch. I have another kind of dangler there. 1, 2, 3. I could have done that better, but I'm going to keep going. Ugh. That's horrible. I don't know what I did. Della will tell me what I did. 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, I think I have one too many. Bugsy, make yourself like a sampler scarf. Make something smaller than a blanket. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, single crochet, not double crochet. Okay, so for this one, for whatever reason, I decided to work behind and bring the color to the front. And on the other one, I worked in front and took the other color to the back. And I'm not sure why I did that. Three, 4, 5, 6. Double crochet 5 together in the third stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think sometimes when we first start something new and we don't realize how, what's involved, and we want to make something blanket, practical like a blanket. We don't want to make a scarf or a swatch, but I would say make yourself a little sampler scarf and try out some different stitches. Don't listen to these people that say, I never swatch. Let me tell you what, advanced crocheters or intermediate advanced crocheters, people who make garments, they understand the value of swatching. And many of us learned the hard way what happens when you don't swatch. Shortcuts like tying knots, not swatching, not wanting to read patterns. That's newbie stuff. If you really want to learn how to read patterns, learn how to do things properly with really good attention to detail. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm coming down to my valley here. This yarn is very splitty. 1, 2, 3. I could maybe have used a smaller hook for these pom-poms. I'm going to skip one in this valley here. When I make swatches, do I keep them? Do you have a catalog of swatches? Well, that's a great question. I personally do have a catalog of swatches, but I am a designer, so I don't know if everyone keeps their swatches. I think it is nice to have a swatch on hand for a project that you've made. And let's just say you make a blanket. Let's just say you make a 6-day kid blanket and you swatch it out first, and to figure out if you like your colors, if you like the stitches, how you want to stripe it, and also to figure out your sizing. Okay, and you have this little swatch. It looks like the finished project, and you go on to make the blanket, and then you have this swatch that matches it. And let's say you give that blanket away, and 5 years from now, that person says, "Remember that blanket that you gave me? It has a hole in it. Can you fix it?" And then you have a little swatch with some of the yarn that you used, and you can unravel that swatch and use it to make repairs. Here you go. Here is the candy cane pom-pom border for the Superstar Holiday Tree Skirt. You can actually do any of them on any. And when I was all done, I just took the little jingle bells and I sewed them on. I just sewed them around the edge. Not too many because they really weigh it down, and you don't need a lot of them. Thanks, Amy. So that one takes even longer than the candy cane because on every other pass you make a pom-pom. So if you thought candy cane took long, wait till you try this. But worth it, right?